They could tell the general public anything. They don't know the behind the scenes, what goes on, that I was there to do my job and take the ball out of the game. When you're working for the NFL and you have a job where you travel and you get to meet players and you get to go to games, you're in a fantasy land. The NFL runs the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship, meaning that they take over. The teams no longer are in charge. The NFL is in charge. I'm there that day for the AFC Championship game to collect the K-ball and the flip coin. They probably get like 50 to 100 of these coins, but the one game coin is numbered. We didn't use an official NFL coin that day. I was asking him about the coin, and he goes, "Oh, well, we didn't get it yet. It got delivered to another address." So they sent security to get these coins back. How do you deliver it to a private house somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't make any sense, but that's what happened, supposedly. So whoever got them probably opened them up and thought they hit the jackpot, because they never got them back. Usually what I do is I talk to the ref or the NFL officials and tell them obviously I'm there for that, and then they'll assign me the ball guy. So I spoke to NFL people that work the game for the permission. So I grabbed the ball from the ref, I put it in my bag because it was wet, so I had a plastic bag, I put it in there, and then I went up to get something to eat. I get some phone calls and I start getting texts about the football you took out, the Patriots are all upset you took it out, blah 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 blah, you got to bring it back. I had to go back down to the field, give the ball to an official, and I kind of walked halfway with him. One of the NFL officials, not a ref, an NFL official, which is one of the suits on the sideline. And then he gave the ball to McNally and the equipment manager. We're both waiting for it. They took that ball, I guess that was the ball that they were using, and then the next kickoff, the refs took that ball out of play because it didn't have the ref's signature on it. It's a possibility to them that maybe they overlooked it. When I came back into that locker room, they had the ball that was intercepted, but they were talking about it, and they were a little unsure about the range that it's supposed to be. A referee would know, but an NFL official. But I just thought it was funny that nobody knew the range. They had to go look in a book for the range that was legal. And this is just one ball right now, and they're just talking about it, and they're upset. And then at halftime, they took all the balls into the locker room from the field, and they checked them all in the back. And at halftime, they gave me that ball back. One of the NFL officials says to me, "I don't know if it's an official ball or not, but they did kick it off. So here's the ball for your Super Bowl auction." If you had an issue with that ball, why wasn't that ball in question as well? We went to Phoenix, Arizona for the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl. And as soon as I landed, I'm getting texts and phone calls about the ball. I said, no problem. Gave him the ball, and never saw it again. And then, while at the Pro Bowl, unfortunately, I made a mistake prior to going out there. I made a huge mistake with my job and my career and all that. That prompted me to get suspended. Had nothing to do with AFC K-balls or anything like that. I just remember being on the plane, and if it would have crashed into the side of the mountain, it would have been fine. After the Super Bowl, I get fired, for what I did, and I'm the one, who brought that upon myself. If you ever saw Goodfellas, it's like I get to live the rest of my life like a schnook. That's how I felt at that time.
After I got here, I ordered some spaghetti with marinara sauce. Get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
And that's how I felt, And in the following week, NFL security asked me to talk to Ted Wells. They're doing an investigation of all these footballs, which it sounds so ridiculous, investigating footballs. And then this story hits on Thursday, the 18th, of NFL employee fired for selling footballs. Then later, I think on Friday, then they mentioned my name. It was just embarrassing. I didn't want to tell everybody I was fired. The story is going on. It's not true. I'm all over the news right now. And you want me to go interview with Ted Wells? Oh, we're sorry about that. I thought I was doing the right thing by complying. And, they they threw me under the bus again, and then the Wells Report thing was, that's the one that was just like, I thought of those guys too, and I felt really sorry for them because I'm sure they were less empowered than I was because they worked for the Patriots and they were really right in on it, and they had no choice but to give their phones up. They don't want to lose their job. They couldn't even leave their house, those guys, I'm sure. I remember there was media trying to take pictures of McNally just leaving his house during that time. Poor guy, man. He's just a guy who works on the sideline. I was never a Patriots fan or Tom, but I am a Tom Brady fan now. Every time he sticks it to the league, I gotta clap. He can do it. I mean, I can't really do anything. If you would have told me 14 years ago when I started there, you're a computer consultant, this and that you're gonna work there and you're gonna do all this stuff, but it's gonna end like horrible. It's gonna end like this. You're gonna, I would say, you know what? Sign me up. I'll do it again. Sign me up again. I'd tell them.